Alright, here's a video for your assignment. Polynomials, day 1. Write each polynomial in standard form. When you write it in standard form, you order exponents big to small. So this has a larger exponent. You take the sign in front, negative x cubed, x to the first power, and there's no x. So plus 15x plus 3. And this would be standard form. Next, you look at number 2, you find which one has the largest exponent. It's x to the 4th. So 3x to the 4th is first. Then you take the next one, plus 2x squared. Then last, it's plus 5x. Number 3, you find which one has a bigger exponent. It's x squared, so 12x squared minus 3x plus 1. And you're done. Alright, 4, 5, 6, and 7, you're going to follow the directions to simplify and write your answer in standard form. So when we simplify, depending on the problem, you're going to combine like terms, and if it's a minus sign, you need to distribute the negative. So on number 4, you have 3a plus 5 minus 2a minus 5. So this is a negative 1 in front that you need to distribute and change the term, or the signs of the terms. So you bring down the first part, 3a squared plus a plus 5. When you distribute that negative 1, you're going to change the signs of each term. So distribute and multiply, minus 2a. Distribute and multiply, plus 5. You're distributing and multiplying a negative 1. So you're taking negative 1 times 2, negative 2. You're taking negative 1 times negative 5, a positive 5. Now you're going to combine your like terms. Find which ones are like terms. So in this case, it's going to be, there's nothing that you can combine with 3a squared, so you bring that down. 3a squared. It's gone. A, you have a plus 1a, a minus 2a. So there's a 1 in front, so it's 1 minus 2. Negative 1. Negative 1a. And last, you combine a positive 5 with a positive 5. So 5 plus 5, 10. So plus 10. And this is in standard form. It's in order from bigger exponent to smaller exponent. Next problem, number 5. You have 6d minus 10d squared plus 3. You have a minus 1 times 5d squared times 3d times 4. So again, bring all of this down first. 6d minus 10d squared plus 3. When you distribute, you're going to take here, you're going to multiply negative 1 times 5. Negative 1 times 5, negative 5. So you get a negative 5d squared. Here you take a negative 1 times 3. Negative 1 times 3. Negative 3d. Here you take a negative 1 times a negative 4. Negative 1 times a negative 4 is a positive 4. So plus 4. Now you're done, and now you need to combine your like terms. So first combine your like terms with 6d. Find the next one that has a d with it. Here you have minus 3d. So you're taking 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3d. So those are done. Next, you're going to combine anything with d squared. So here you have a negative 10d squared and a minus 5d squared. So you're taking a negative 10 minus 5. And negative 15d squared. And then last, you're going to combine your constants. You have a positive 3, a positive 4. 3 plus 4 is 7, so plus 7. So now you need to rewrite this in standard form. Standard form. 15, negative 15d squared has a larger exponent. Then it's your plus 3d. Then it's your plus 7. In standard form, that's the final answer. Next, you have number 6. Since it's addition, you can just add it the way it is. You don't need to distribute. A positive times a negative is still a negative. A positive times a positive is still a positive. Positive times a positive is still a positive. So you just combine them the way they are. Negative 4s plus 2s minus 3 plus, minus 2s plus s plus 7. Now you combine your like terms. You have negative 4s squared minus 2s, so negative 4 minus 2 is a negative 6s squared. Then you have a positive 2s, positive 1s, 2 plus 1 is 3, so plus 3s. Then you have a minus 3 plus 7, so negative 3 plus 7 plus 4. And it's already in standard form. Number 7, same thing. It's an addition sign. You don't need to change any of the signs, so you can automatically start combining. So 8p squared can be combined with 2p squared, and it can be combined with plus 9p squared. This time you're combining all 3 terms. When you combine all 3, you're taking 8 plus 2 plus 9. 19p squared. Now you combine anything that has a variable with p, exponent 1. So negative 6p minus 5p, so negative 6 minus 5, negative 11p. Last, you bring down the minus 11 because there's no like terms with it. And that's already in standard form. Next, numbers 8 through 12, you're going to simplify. So number 8 is addition. Since 8 is addition, you're going to just add your terms exactly the way they are. 8 plus 6, 14, z. Here, you're taking a negative 12 plus 9. Negative 12 plus 9. A negative 3, so minus 3. Number 11, you have 7x squared plus 9, and you have minus 8x squared plus 2. So you need to take this negative 1, distribute, and it's going to change the signs. So you're going to have 7x squared plus 9. This is going to change to a negative 8x squared, and this is going to be a minus 2 now. Now you can combine your like terms. So you do exactly what's there for each term. So this tells me I'm taking a 7 minus 8. 7 minus 8, negative 1x squared. Here I'm taking a 9 minus 2, and that's a positive 7, so plus 7. And it's in standard form. Number 9, you have a minus sign again, so you're going to have to distribute to each term. When you distribute, it changes the signs for everything on the bottom. You still have 11n minus 4. This is now going to be a minus 5n, and this is now going to be a minus 2. And now you combine exactly the way it says. 11 minus 5. 11 minus 5. 6n. Now you're taking a negative 4 minus 2. A negative 4 minus 2. A negative 6. And you're done. Number 10. you have addition signs, so it's not going to change. When it's a plus, you combine them the way they are. So here you're taking 6 plus 3, 9j squared. So 6 plus 3 is 9. Here you're taking a negative 2 plus 4. Negative 2 plus 4 is a positive 2j. Here you're taking a positive 5 minus 6. 5 minus 6, negative 1. Number 12. You have 3d squared plus 8 minus 2, and then you have subtraction. Again, for subtraction, you distribute the sign to each term inside the parentheses. So the top stays the same, 3d squared plus 8d minus 2. This bottom piece is going to change. You're going to have a minus 2d squared. This is going to change from a negative to a positive, so a plus 7d. And then from a positive to a negative, minus 6d. The reason it changes is because when you take a negative 1 times 2, you get a negative 2. When you take a negative 1 times negative 7, you get a positive 7. When you take a negative 1 times a positive 6, you get a negative 6. So it changes the signs. All right, now you just combine your terms exactly the way they are. So this is 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is 1. So 1d squared, or just d squared. Here you're taking 8 plus 7. 8 plus 7 plus 15d. And then here you're taking a negative 2 minus 6. So a negative 2 minus 6. A negative 8. And you're done. All right, on the back. The back, you're going to, the fence is around a quadrilateral shaped pasture. 3a plus 15a plus 9 is the perimeter. What is the length of the fourth side? So we're looking for this side here. So we're going to take this, and add them all together. So I'm taking 5a plus 10a minus 2 plus a squared minus 7. I'm going to add them all together, and then I'm going to subtract the perimeter. So when I add them together, I find the like terms for 5a to the first, 10a to the first. Combine those like terms. That means I'm taking 5 plus 10. 15. 15a. Now I'm taking a negative 2 minus 7. So negative 2 minus 7. Negative 9. And then I bring down my plus a squared. So this is not my answer. I'm not done yet. Now, second, I need to take the perimeter and subtract those two. So I'm going to take 3a squared plus 15a plus 9, and I'm going to subtract 15a minus 9 plus a squared. When I subtract it, it's going to change my sign. Have a negative 1, and I'm going to distribute to each term inside the parentheses. When I distribute, it's going to change the signs. So I have 3a squared plus 15a plus 9. When I distribute, negative 1 times 15, negative 1 times 15 is negative 15. So you get negative 15a. Negative 1 times negative 9, positive 9. And negative 1 times a positive 1 is a negative 1. So negative a squared. Now you simplify. You find the like terms with 3a squared minus 1a squared. So 3 minus 1, 2. 2a squared. You find the like terms with 15a minus 15a. 15 minus 15. 15 minus 15, 0. So these are completely gone. And last, you combine your constants. You have a positive 9 and a positive 9. 9 plus 9, 18. So the missing side is 2a squared plus 18. Number 14. You're going to subtract negative 2x cubed plus 3x minus 4 from, so subtract from is a flip phrase, so you need to change the order. You're going to have negative 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x plus 8. So this is going to go first, and then you're going to subtract negative 2x cubed plus 3x minus 4. So when you do that, you have a negative 1 that you need to distribute to each term inside the parentheses. So bring everything in the front down, negative 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus x plus 8. When you distribute, this is going to be a plus 2x cubed. Distribute and multiply, this is going to be a minus 3x. Distribute and multiply, that's a plus 4. Now you're going to combine your like terms. So you start with the left side. Negative 2x cubed plus 3x cubed. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So my x cubes cancel. Then I need to find anything like with 5x squared. Nothing, so I just bring it straight down. 5x squared. Now I need to find all the like terms with a negative x and a minus 3x. So this is a negative 1 minus 3, negative 4x, and then I'm taking a positive 8 plus 4. 8 plus 4 is a positive 12. All right, next you're going to describe and correct the error in simplifying the sum shown. So here they're adding directly the way it is. So you should be taking 6 plus 3, or I'm sorry, 6 plus a negative 3. 6 plus a negative 3 is the same as 6 minus 3, so that part's correct. Here you're going to combine your 4 plus 2, it's 6. Here you're going to combine a negative 10 plus 8, a negative 2. But what you have to recognize are your exponents. These are not like. So the error, combine 6x cubed and negative 3x squared. They are not like. So let's correction. What you would do is just keep 6x cubed, keep your minus 3x squared, and then set plus 6x minus 2. So this piece was wrong. All right, here we're going to simplify. When you simplify, you're going to take menu 2, 3 and factors. So menu 2, 3, factor 112. You get 2 to the 4th times 7. This you need to break up. X to the 14th times x to the 1st. Anything to the first power will stay under. And then these are going to come out, and you're going to divide the exponent by 2. So 2 exponent 4 divide 2, x exponent 14 divide 2. So you're going to take 2 exponent 4 divide 2, simplifies to 4. Divide the exponent, x to the 7th, radical 7x, and you're done here. 17, you have a 4 on the outside, you're going to keep there. Menu 2, 3, 28. 2 to the 7th times 7. A you need to break up. A to the 12th times a to the 1st. B you don't have to break up. So from there you identify what stays under. 7 to the 1st power, a to the 1 power, those stay under. 7a. So everything else comes out of the radical, and divide the exponent by 2. So 2 squared divided by 2, a to the 12th divided by 2, b to the 8th divided by 2, and you still multiply it with 4. So this is going to combine to 8, a to the 6th, b to the 4th, radical 7a. 18, menu 2, 3, 45, 3 squared times 5. 3 squared comes out of the radical, divide the exponent by 2, 5 stays under, so 3 radical 5 is the final answer. Here you're going to simplify using the exponent rule. So 24, you're dividing that, so you're taking 24 divided by 12, 2. For the exponents, you subtract the exponents, 9 minus 5, so p exponent 4. Subtract the exponents and they're going to cancel, so here's your final answer. Number 20, you're going to divide the numbers in front. 12 divided by 9 is 4/3. Here you're going to subtract your exponents in order, so you're taking 6 minus a -3, 9, so x to the 9th power. Here you subtract your y, 2 minus 1, y to the 1st power. When you subtract the z, -5 minus a -4. -5 minus a -4 is a -1, so it needs to go on the bottom. And that's it.